Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down a highly urgent and rapidly developing situation. A serious tropical storm threat is making its way toward Maui County, and local officials are officially sounding the alarm. We're going to dive right into the data, track the timeline, and most importantly, walk through the exact step-by-step actions that emergency management experts say you absolutely need to take right now to protect yourself, your property, and your loved ones. The window to prepare is open, but honestly, it is closing fast.
90%. According to the latest guidance from the National Weather Service, there is a massive 90% probability that a weather system currently sitting east-southeast of the state is going to develop into a full-fledged tropical cyclone over the next week. That is a near certainty of development. Officials across the state are practically begging everyone to get prepared well before this system intensifies, which is exactly why we're digging into this data today.
Section 1. The approaching storm threat.
Let's track how this is going to play out over the coming days. Right now, the system is still developing, and sure, there are no official watches or warnings in effect for Maui County just yet. But please, do not let that give you a false sense of security. The National Weather Service is warning that state watches could drop as soon as Thursday. By Friday night, this storm is expected to start approaching the islands, and that means we could be facing some seriously dangerous and severe conditions all weekend long. Things are moving fast here.
So, what are we actually dealing with? Depending on whether the system morphs into a tropical depression, a tropical storm, or a full-blown hurricane, forecasters are bracing for a really dangerous mix of impacts. We're talking significant, damaging winds, incredibly heavy rainfall, sudden flash flooding, and massive, dangerous waves pounding the coasts. It's not just one isolated thing, it's a compounding series of hazards that we all need to be ready for.
Geographically speaking, the most immediate danger is zeroed in on Hawaii Island and Maui County. Forecasters are telling us these areas are directly in the crosshairs for the highest potential of heavy, sustained rain. Now, obviously, storm tracks and intensity can shift as the system develops, but if you are in Maui County right now, you really need to operate under the assumption that you are going to be directly hit by these severe downpours.
Section 2. A community effort. Maui Mayor Richard Bisson really hit the nail on the head when he said, "Preparedness is a kaku effort." If you're not familiar, kaku translates to us or we. It's all about that inclusive, collective, unified push. The mayor is actively urging everyone out there to step up, protect your own home, your family, your pets for sure, but also actively look out for your neighbors too.
So who exactly should we be checking on? The mayor is specifically asking us to proactively reach out to the most vulnerable members of our community before the weather actually turns. We're talking about our kupuna, or elders who might need a hand with physical prep or picking up meds. We need to check on folks with disabilities who might need help securing their homes. And of course, our unsheltered ahana, who are just completely exposed to the elements out there. This is where that true kakao spirit really gets tested. Let's bring in Amos Lano Kailua Hewitt, the administrator over at the Maui Emergency Management Agency, or MEMA. He brings up a vital point, warning that heavy rain can quickly create dangerous conditions in our streams, roads, and steep areas. The big takeaway here, you have got to intimately understand the specific geographic risks of your own neighborhood. If you live near a creek that floods in a flash, or on a steep hill that's prone to mudslides, you need a rock-solid plan for what you're going to do if things go south in an instant.
Section 3. Your Emergency Action Plan.
All right, let's break this down into phases. Phase 1 is all about your basic supplies. First up, review or completely update your family's emergency plan. Everybody in the house needs to know the drill. Next, get those emergency supplies sorted. And listen, officials are stressing a very specific number here. You need enough food, water, medications, and essentials to last 14 days. We're not talking about a weekend supply. That is 2 full weeks of self-sufficiency.
Phase 2 is evacuation readiness. Look, even if you are dead set on sheltering in place, you have to be ready to leave. Step 1. Pack an emergency go bag with absolute essentials so you can just grab it and run if you have to. Step 2. Get your important documents secured in something waterproof and absolutely, unequivocally, know your evacuation zone, especially if you're near the coast or in a flood-prone spot. Do not wait until the water is literally rising to figure out your escape route.
Phase 3 covers the physical prep for your home. First, secure all your outdoor stuff. Anything loose in the yard, it's basically a dangerous projectile once those winds pick up. Next, get those windows protected if the storm's trajectory calls for it.
And finally, brace yourself for the very real possibility of long-term power outages. Get the flashlights, buy fresh batteries, and make sure any backup power sources are ready to roll and easy to get to in the dark.
Okay, if you do literally nothing else after watching this explainer, you need to do this. Officials are stressing that staying informed is your best defense. Go to mauicounty.gov/MEMA right now and sign up for official MEMA alerts and Genesis evacuation notifications. Getting reliable, real-time updates pushed directly to your phone from emergency personnel is hands down the most vital tool you can have when a storm is hitting and conditions are constantly shifting.
Administrator Lanakalula Hewitt reminds us all that taking small steps right now makes a massive difference in keeping your family, your home, and your community safe. So as we wrap up our look at this developing threat, I want to leave you with one very real question. Is your family's emergency plan truly ready for what this weekend might bring? Don't wait for the skies to darken to find out. Take action today, check on your neighbors, and please, stay safe out there.